Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. All right, guys, we did the update already for the KR live stream. Now, a lot of this happens obviously during the live stream, and the live stream itself is in Korean, so there is no translations. We have to wait for this specific update here, where you see it in front of me, and we're going to talk about it because there's a lot of things that was not covered in my last video because we obviously don't have the translations for it. But you guys can see again, in case you missed it, there are the codes for the Korean live stream. You guys can take advantage of them. They're absolutely worth it. So I highly recommend doing it. Speaking of codes, I know a lot of you guys have been asking. Yes, the content creator program is going to be back tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern time. So make sure you go and hit that support button when it's active. I'll be letting everybody know in the Discord when it is. First come, first serve kind of scenario. Everyone's welcome. There's no closed door policy. Unlike Monarch of Halls or Halls of Monarch or what the hell it's called, you don't have to be a tier 10 beater to be a part of a supporter. So hit that support, get yourselves in. Codes will be coming your way next season, guys, all season long. Make sure you do hit that. It's super easy. It's free. And it's always linked in every single video of every single description, as well as pinned in every comment section. All right, let's take a look at this because there was some actual important things here that was not discussed originally. And there's some things we need to definitely talk about because it's very, very important. So you guys can see, first off, for Lee Ju-hee, a couple things you need to know. She's going to be a core attack unit, a lot of core attack and a lot of skill 1, I believe. You can see here, her skills are designed to do significant damage by applying debuffs to enemies along with the damage that comes with it. When the buff stack accumulates, or the debuff stack, or I guess the buff stack accumulates, through normal skills and core attack, she reaches a critical point, and enhancement skills is activated along for additional damage. And you can see here, they are in fact encouraging Akari and Antoine to be part of her stacker team and her buff team. So since the stacker is essentially due to the nature of Buster, Antoine can be providing good synergy, and Akari is now going to be an old hunter that's getting a major overhaul, which is fantastic. Additionally, the SR grade Lee Ju-hee has the effect of MP recovery for allied hunters, and the separation as an Easter egg that brings this effect over. So they're going to allow her to have some sort of MP recovery, just like the old school unit, which is kind of cool. And you guys can see there's a couple different attacks. Go check out the video if you haven't. Now, this is the one here that's the problem, of course, and I think, again, I've talked about this numerous times, so I'm going to kind of just skim through this one. The content is unlocked for those who have cleared the highest difficulty of WOBL. Stupid concept. I think they should have let everybody in, and they just let those people compete. Who cares? They're not going to have a chance anyways. Let them compete anyways, right? So anyways, players can increase attack, reduce limits, etc. Additionally, there are gimmick enhanced restrictions, such as increasing the difficulty of Surge's Fireball, reflection pattern, etc. There's going to be a lot of different things here that you don't, that you're going to be able to do with the, I guess, buffs and debuffs of characters, and this will allow you guys then to obviously use, you know, this new challenge to get points, and you get, I think it's a frame and a title is what they said. So that's going to be the purpose of it. And honestly, it kind of sucks because, again, I feel like everybody should have the ability to still do this. But the fact that they're not allowing everybody to do this is silly, and you're kind of excluding, I'd say, honestly, almost about 95 to 90% of the population who has not finished tier 10, which, you know, unless you're top end free to play, or if you're, you know, just got lucky, or you're a big spender. Kind of silly. Anyways, Spirit Blade Snowstorm is coming out as well too. We talked all about this, so I'm not going to go through this too much here. I think the thing that we need to go for most here is the things that are coming up, and I think that's the most important thing that I want to discuss, because there is in fact a couple things coming up. So a couple things here. Combat power eccentric. So this is the post updates for the story, right? We're fully aware of issues such as the lack of motivation to increase combat power in instances where players cannot clear content due to the excessive difficulty even after exceeding recommended combat power levels. We plan to make adjustments so that combat power becomes a more significant indicator rather than a meaningless number. Quite honestly, it never really was meaningless until most recently. It looks like a lot of people complain about, for example, Essel, right? On tier 10, she was super hard. And even if you were in the blue, a lot of people struggled to beat her. So people were like, hey, what is this false inflating of TP, right? It didn't make any sense. So that's actually good that they're talking about this, and I think it's important. For instance, combat power is currently divided into red, white, and blue. With blue, the category we will make the advantage more distinct by having the color gradient darkened based on the gap. The rank, instead of doing that, why not just show us the stats increase? Like, it would make more sense if we actually knew what the difference was between all these color variants, right? So that part doesn't make any sense to me. Anyways, the ranking system will also be revamped. Currently, the ranking in Arise is the trophy ranking, but it's not functionally meaningful. They're obviously going to change this. So they're going to remove the trophy rankings, and they're just going to make it based on magic stones. Essence stones are going to be I guess, provided to us based on where we are in the story, etc. So they're also going to make extensive improvements to address the lack of loot expectations in daily and weekly dungeons. Honestly, farming in this game can't be improved. It really can't. It's just, it is what it is. At this point, I've said this numerous times, guys. for those who are bored of the game, you're probably been playing this from day one. And this is the examples I gave. I said, imagine you were a brand new player going to SLA today. You would be so excited over all the content, all the free stuff, all the things you've never had to do before. It's the people who are bored are like like yourself and myself, who have been doing this for 2 years. It's unnatural, guys, for 2 years. Most of y'all can't even keep a relationship for a month. Y'all want to be in a monogamous relationship with SLA for 2 years and not to expect to be bored. That's how it is, bro. It's just you're unnatural to play a game for this long, and that's what it is. For new players, it's incredible. There's so much to look forward to. For veterans, it's just how it is, bro. It's just life cycle of a game. You're not supposed to. It's unnatural. I keep saying the word unnatural because it's true. It's too much, right? So sometimes it's nice to take a break. Sometimes, and for me, this is perfect because it's like it kind of fits my lifestyle. But for many of you guys, this is your main game, and you guys are gamers. You're all bored, so I understand, but it's a gacha game. You're not meant to really be on there for a very long time anyways. So gameplay, which is concentrated on solo damage focused dungeons. We're preparing a 4-man team called Deep Isolation Zone, as well as an infinite battlefield event where players can challenge the highest record by defeating as many endless spawns as bosses as they want to. So there you guys go. People who wanted endless combat. Funny enough, you'll get bored of that as well. I promise. Everyone say, oh, this is what we need. Promise. Give it a month. Y'all be like, oh, this is the same old shit again. I'm bored. Take what I said last time in the latter comment and really consider it, right? Anyway, finally, regarding guilds, while they held importance in the original game, they lack special functions in the current game. Therefore, we're preparing a comprehensive guild overhaul. Specifically, plan to first enhance the sense of belonging within a guild. Along with the update, the increased importance of combat power. Joining a guild will also increase its significance by ensuring that combat power increases simply by joining. So you join, you get a guild buff, everybody's happy. We also strengthen communication through Discord integration and add a multiple number of cooperative content functions. Furthermore, to prevent fatigue issues, we will ensure that conditions can be met solely through the game in-game content. These changes will be implemented on the 2.5 year anniversary, which is obviously going to be taking quite some time. And you guys can see one of the major things here to note is they did say that they are going to be introducing 2 major things right now. So we're planning to make content for the breakers in the second half of the year, where breakers can shine again. The homework time seems too long. This is the people who want to just dedicate their time into the game. With the introduction of sweep, they kind of hopefully fix this, and I think they did. Honestly, I don't feel like the game is grindy as much anymore with the sweep option. So a couple other things you want to be noting for. Please make guild growth smoother. The overhaul was talked about. Why were raid values lowered? I'm not sure what this even is. In the previous system, there was a phenomenon where rage would rise. Oh yeah, this one. Okay, so this is lowering the rage. So this is lowering the numbers of rage we get. And I told them the system, the higher the numbers, the harder the system has to work. They do have to reduce that, and I think that was a smart move on their end. So here's another one here, right? Where is it? We are there. Any plans to buff characters like Yusayun? To put a costume, we plan to work on returning her to the striker class once the work on the current release busters is completed. Through this, we are considering a direction where busters and strikers take turns leading battles, and we're also preparing separate content for each of them to shine, which is amazing. So it's good that they have content for now. Make one for SRs. It'd be kind of cool to have SRs shine again. Please pay more attention to paying users as well. Yeah, this part. Pay to win players feel like there's no need for them to pay anymore, and they don't want to pay, and I don't blame them. All right, so SJW's Simulation Gate development is currently in progress, has not been halted. There are slight delays, but we will make sure it's come out within this year, which is good, obviously. And then, of course, when will Wrath of Kamish be out? This is the Kamish Daggers. Will be out in November. Please release the remaining hunters from the original game. They're currently working on it, and then you guys can see here they have one that's pretty important. Where is it? Is there a plan to release SIDDHARTH? SIDDHARTH, the hunter from the original game, is currently in preparation and is included in the update plans. So that's a pretty damn good one. What about releasing bosses or lords as PCs? We will consider it. However, making bosses playable requires a whole different implementation. Will the experience limit be lifted with the guild revamp? So that'll be done as well too. We hope to see more characters from the original game as well too. So yeah, they'll talk more about it in the 2.5 year anniversary. And the closing remarks, a couple things they all want to say, and that was it. I think that part's pretty damn important, but I just want to point out there are some things that we missed in my video. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And hopefully you guys are more excited with these news coming up here than anything else. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.